Long ago, before the days of the War of Rage, or the Impergium, or even the first motes of balefire, there was the mother and her children, Gaia and the spirits. In that time, there were many deals made, and a grouping of spirits as the hierarchy of Gaia's children had begun to form. The wolf of the woods, rat, fox, loon, elk, and Aeolus all swore a bond to one another in this bygone age, that from now until the apocalypse, they would protect each other and their children. This oath made them strong, and their unity is what brought them time and children aplenty. Then, 2.5 million years ago, everything changed. Men had come.
Well, hello there, dear viewers, to this our second full episode of What Men Have Wrought, titled Echoes of an Oath. So let us meet our oath-bound werewolves, starting with Winona.
Hello, everybody. I am the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. I'm a variety streamer over on Twitch at the Azure Butterfly, and I'm also the production coordinator here on the Rolling Nomads. You've probably seen me in several different games, but this time zone, I am playing Winona Keene, the Black Fury Alrune.
Indeed. Let's pass it on over to Alayla.
Hi, everyone. Oh man, it's been a minute. Hello, you can find me all over the internet as the Rissa Rave here on Rolling Nomads, but all over the place. I do other TTRPG things too. And hopefully, if you find the stuff, you like it. Today, I will be playing Alayla Snared by Lightning, the Ghost Council Alrune Galliard Cusp Wolf.
Indeed. Yoso.
Hey troops, I'm Elias, aka Big Fat Socialist on all platforms, those platforms including TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon. I am today playing Yosef McCreek, a Dragabash Theurge Cusp with a fox attitude.
Head of the Bonar tribe. Can't forget the good stuff.
Of course, yeah, Bonar. Legends.
Alright. Let's pass it on over to Buddy.
Greetings, Kendrick. Ooh, wrong game. No. Sorry. Let you know I'm a vampire player. So, greetings, everyone. All you pups and wolves out there, and the furry community. Hello. My name is Joe, better known as DJ Torador, Nolofinger, most of the social media sites. I am still on the Hell Space as Twitter, not X. You can find me there. I am not a variety streamer, but I do Twitch stuff when it comes to vampire. You probably see my face on a host of other productions with World of Darkness. Fun stuff, have lots of fun. I'm also a DM and the creator of River Region Studios, where I run my home game of Montgomery by Night, a W5 Chronicle of Vampire the Masquerade, as well as Mobile by Night, which we do on Thursdays, but it'll be uploaded soon. But yes, that's what I'm here to do. I am playing Buddy Dupont, originally from New Orleans, who's now in West Virginia. There's no story there as to why. But anyway, yes, I am playing a Philodox Silverfang, one of the best tribes there are.
Indeed. Just ask him about it.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Chester L. Young.
Hello, I am Asterisk VTuber. You may call me Aster. I am a composer, musician, voice actor, and I stream on Twitch. I stream music, games, and TTRPG stuff every once in a while. It's a fun time there, and today I will be playing Chester Ouyang, Flytrap, and he is a Silent Strider Theurge cusped with Philodox.
Indeed, and I, as always, my dear viewer, am the storyteller. I will be playing everyone who did not just introduce themselves, and without any further ado, because I'll get into my official stuff at the end. I've decided that's how I'm going to do it from now on. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode of What Men Have Wrought. With where we left off, a rather volatile trip into the past, viewing the battle that happened here at the Sept of the Mother's Breath, the Black Spiral Dancers raiding in 2014, the bloodshed, the combat, the loss, the revelation that Fox had watched the whole thing happen. The pack picked up on the trail of the old wolf as they saw the old caller of the wild, one Steelclaws, lead him through a portal into the deeper Umbra. But as they were going to follow, there was an interruption. A strange and powerful spirit made out of seemingly shifting polygons and fractals nearly brought the pack to its knees before an intervention by Fox, who then, seemingly believing that this was another Garu trick, went to find each of these PCs in the past, which became their present, which led to the future that they came from. Coming back through into the Tellurian, as the will workers call it, into the waking world, this pack saw the price that reaches through time pays. Years of his life as he sends things back and forth. And where we ended, and indeed where we will begin, as we are going to go through a little montage of a week passing. Winona, you had seen a bracelet by the tree in the past.
Correct. I was gonna... The second Winona was feeling any sort of better after the damages she had been, inflicted during the scuffle, she would have gone to the tree itself to attempt to see if it was there, where it had fallen in the vision.
Normally I would require a roll for this, but you saw it. And as you crouch down in the roots of this yew tree, you see the chipped paint on the wooden beads. Looks, it's been sitting out here for 10 years? 11 maybe?
Very fragile now.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's any, easy way for me to remove the remains of it without further damaging it?
You can always try.
I would like to. And if necessary, using going Glabro and using claws to attempt to kind of cut around the root.
Give me a dexterity, and weirdly enough, I'm gonna call this larceny.
That is 3 successes.
So you reach your hands in and gently lift it out. You hold this bracelet in the palm of your hand, and you see that the wooden beads have Maddox's name carved into them.
I'm gonna look it over, let my fingertips gently brush against the wood, and then cradling that in one hand, going to look towards the tree again, and the spot where I'm presuming where the portal was opened, I want to press my hand against it, and I know I don't have any penumbral senses or anything special along those lines, but maybe just letting myself reach out and see if there's anything I could feel, any lingering connection there that might be.
It's just a tree to you, Winona.
I would like to try to see about getting this fixed. The bracelet.
Sure. Of course, Reaches Through Time told you that talks to strangers fixes jewelry. So we can cover that a little bit later. But after that, we'll pan forward maybe a day, maybe two. Yosef, how do you plan on spending this week?
Well, there were a couple of things on my to-do list. I think shortly before the ritual, binding me to my new pack, Magpie said that they need to have a word with me in private.
Sure.
Yeah, so that would have been probably most pressing on my mind.
That seems like a perfect place to start. Yosef, describe to us, if you would, because they have built you a small shack here.
I was going to ask what my living conditions were like.
You have, it is essentially a 2-room home. The cooking surface is something that has been scrabbled together from old pieces that have broken, and it's taking all the functional pieces off and fixing it to something new. It looks mostly handmade, this wood-burning stove. But outside of that, tell me what this home looks like.
Yeah, well, Joseph never necessarily kept a clean home. It's a kind of consequence of, your mum going as a teenager, and you effectively, you get brought into care. You never really learn to look after yourself long term. But he has, tried to personalize it as much as possible, and because he is trying to be sociable, he tries to keep it, at least keep, the couch clear, or whatever, sitting apparatus we might have. I don't know if there's maybe a couple of deck chairs in here, something similar. But in terms of anything that really distinctly speaks to it as him, all of his makings, rolling papers, various drug paraphernalia will be on a little banister, some kind of box or something by the bed, just so it's all contained in the one place. There'll be a small almost pseudo shrine on which will be an unframed photograph. I don't know if it's that really really thick Kodak paper with the veneer, and it is of a very teenage Joseph with his dreads still only kind of going above his shoulders, with a Celtic scarf next to his mum in what is very clearly a hospital bed, her wearing some of her Celtic paraphernalia, clearly this being one of the last photographs that they took together before her passing. And there's some incense sticks and a few candles and other wee things. Maybe there's a photo of Leslie Ann and them together, just people he's thinking about, people that he tries to keep in his life. And whenever he does his ritual work, as he's starting to feel it now, when he's partaking as this almost a mystic kind of vibe. He's trying to think of these people in the world, and he knows that there's some kind of spiritual connection that goes out there. And then, of course, the most important thing in his personal possessions being one of his actual physical touchstones, which is the colours, an actual child-sized Celtic top with a signed signature on it, possibly a little bit faded at this point, and that is kept in a very special place of prominence in the dwelling, on a wall, or hanging on a very particular way ceremonially, I don't know, is there a light source in here, or is there a window or anything like that?
There is a window that faces towards the east, and a window that faces towards the west, so that sunlight can come in at kind of any time of the day.
All right. Well, in that case, the thing that will also be there will be Magpie's place in the household. I'll have made sure that there's a wee shelf or some other kind of nice perch for them, a wee bowl where I'll occasionally pour out half of a beer or something else that normally you would never feed an actual magpie, but he's a spirit. I'm sure he can take something.
Sure. And if you recall, Magpie did ask of you when you got to where you're going to build them a nest.
I did, aye. Like, so does Magpie how particular did they get? I mean, magpies I know to be very particular about their nests.
Sure, it has been a process for you, Yosef. There have been demands that have been made. They have been very clear about what their expectations are of this nest down to the cubic meter.
Right.
So, it has been an expedition in arts and crafts, but as you return, maybe from the corner store, with a sixer in one hand and a joint in the other.
Sixer, yeah, but there's absolutely going to be like a quarter bottle of Jack or some other type of like low shelf bourbon like him as well.
Sure. You see that there's not one magpie, but two sitting in the nest.
Is one of them the magpie I recognize?
Yes. In fact, they're identical.
Sorry, should I have knocked?
And they both turn their heads. You said, 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. So I made 2 of me this time.
Oh! So it's good news then you want to talk about?
Yes. Great news.
Alright then, well, like, in that case, like, let's get ready. So I'll set out, like, I'm not sure what you would feed a magpie, like, you maybe, like, I've dug up some mealworms on the way or something, like, but, I'll set out, like, a wee, like, breakfast for us both, and then just like, alright, so tell us, what's the good news?
Leslie Ann has been released from hospital.
Holy shit. Oh, well, that is... He's a little bit like, I mean, internally, Yosef is probably wrestling with a few emotions, but I think he was going to say just that, well, that is good news. That is good news.
Want to let you know, she has been getting your letters. We made sure.
Wait, all of them?
Not all. Just the ones that the doctors wouldn't, think you are crazy for.
So she knows I'm alive? And
Yes.
she knows... Did I ever explain to her? I almost forgot in the wake of everything that was happening, with my first change. Did I explain to her that I was Garu? Or that I am a werewolf?
No.
Oh, thank God. Alright, yeah, because, like, that would just fucking break her brain if she does remember anything from that incident. Oh, right, Magpie. Well, that is definitely good. Has she made any attempt to seek me out? That you're aware of? Thank
Not
goodness.
sure. Don't think so. But you said she was strong of will, and you were right.
Yeah.
Could be a problem
that's
in the
actually-
future.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, actually, Magpie. Yeah, you kind of read me there.
We have been
Oh.
friends for a long time. Magpie has gotten to know Yosef.
Yeah. Well, Magpie, what do we... I mean, I'm almost wondering, just do I not make a move, or do I specifically try and send some sort of final letter that specifically indicates I'm dead? Do I try and cover my tracks at this point further? Like, what do I do? I can't let her anywhere near me! She can't know!
The air kind of thickens as Magpie looks very seriously at you. We do not lie to those we love, punches up. Lying is for those who lie to us.
Magpie, this is a whole side of myself that I do not want Leslie and I within a mile of, not because I don't think she could potentially process it, because I am now forced to lead a very dangerous life. Again, to use an analogy that we've tread on many a time, this is me in the trenches. Right now, even as we're drinking and you're splitting a breakfast, this is us in the trenches, and I do not want Leslie Ann in the trenches.
Then be honest. Do not lie.
And
Do
do
not
what?
fake your death.
Wait.
Tell her you are unavailable for now.
What? She won't accept that, Magpie! Like, what, tell her you're unavailable? She's a goddamn investigative journalist! She will tear this out of me! I couldn't lie to her before!
That is true.
Well, I mean, I suppose I could falsify certain things, that's a difference. But, like, but I directly lie to her, like, physically tell her to my face that, I can't see her again? I could not do that, Magpie! That ain't happening!
And yet, as I've said, The closer you are to danger, the farther you are from harm.
Don't you go quoting Two Towers at me.
It was a good movie.
I know it was a good movie, so don't you go quote that at me. Oh, you make an excellent point, though. But maybe we just not assume that this is going to be a later problem. Right now, I have other very, very pressing issues regarding, like, I'm finding the old wolf of the woods and satisfying, like, my debt to Fox.
Yes.
Like, I could just hope that perhaps I don't bump into Leslie Ann and the Umbra somehow.
Let us hope she does not have access to that place. A human being
Yeah,
lost in the
really.
Umbra can be quite sad. I've seen it before. And then they turn into
Really?
something not human.
Really?
Yes. Saw them while we were in Charleston.
Wait, you're saying that people lost in the Umbra become, what, like leeches?
No. Fairies. Changelings. I saw them.
Alright, now...
But you
Magpie,
can't go that deep in the Umbra. You're not
Magpie,
spirit enough.
I know, Magpie, but you have to understand, okay, as somebody raised in, you know, a Celtic culture, like, you know, being from Scotland, hearing that fairies exist and that we are anywhere near the Umbra is a very terrifying piece of information that I really wish you would have relayed to me several years ago.
Did not want to worry you then. Okay with worrying you now.
Oh, I need to really start arming myself against this supernatural element that I'm desperate to get away from. That's an absolute paradox that I don't even want to process. I just want to drink alcohol and for everything to be gone. I want to wake up tomorrow in Postle and for everything to be okay.
You should make the edibles again. The Rice Krispie treats were delicious.
I really should. I wonder how far we are away from the next grow, actually.
I can go get some. From the city.
Okay.
Bring it back.
Okay, but what would you want in return? Because the prices of the city are exorbitant if I'm doing this through a non-umbral means.
Let us think.
I could just feasibly try and grow some.
And
We've got land!
The two magpies begin to kind of chirp at each other before they both look back at you. We want a lavender bush.
You want a lavender bush?
Yes. Smells kind of like your mother's apartment. We miss it.
I'll get us a lavender bush.
Yes, and I will go get you much marijuana.
This is a very good trade.
Yes.
Right, so I'll add that to my list of things to do mentally. Internally, I'm also thinking that I need to get to Smoking Barrel, and you'll get something very specific that he might not be willing to give me.
Sure. Well, let's revisit that in a moment.
Sure.
As we'll go a few days forward to Alayla. Alayla, what is something that you mean to accomplish this week?
There are two things,
Mhm.
but the first of which is to speak to Winona, because there was something I noticed when we were getting patched up that I want to speak with her about. And then the second would be to speak to Liar Killer about her son.
Let's start with the first. This ties right back into what Winona was doing. So let's head on back. Winona, you were heading to see Speaks with Strangers, who's part of the Guardian pack of this sept. The sept, the pack that kind of moves around and aids the Wyrm phone, the Keeper of the Land. And Tony Speaks with Strangers is quite short and broad of shoulder. Their brown hair is kind of like rough and a little bit puffy. They have those kind of deep, warm brown eyes that is like looking through honey exposed to sunlight. Always kind of a cheery smile on his face. Today he's wearing just a denim vest. There are 2 rather large scars on their chest from their top reassignment surgery. But they're wrapped around with beautiful ivy and rose tattoos. As Tony looks back over his shoulder. Hey, Winona, right? Yeah, fuck. Hold on. Shit. Don't tell me. Stop. Fights to the last. There it is.
Yes.
What's up? What can I do for you?
So I found something by one of the trees, and I was wondering if, well, A, if you knew any information on this, and B, if you could help me fix it. And she's going to, from her pocket, very carefully pull out the bracelet and let it rest in the palm of her hand. Open up.
And Tony will approach and kind of put one hand under the back of your hand and then the other kind of gently turning the bracelet. And this is what you see, Alayla, as you approach. As Tony says, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be rough.
Is there anything that you could do at all? Anything I could?
Yeah, I can. It's just we're just gonna need to put a new thread through it. We should probably use metal this time. Like one of those beaded threads. And I can try and touch up the paint on some of these beads, but I mean, this is pretty deteriorated. I mean, it's. You said you found this out by a tree?
It was in the dirt for about a decade.
Yeah, fucking looks like it.
Yeah. It belonged to a child that was taken into the Umbra from here during,
Kid?
Yeah.
Whose fucking bright idea was that?
Alayla is in her regular wolf form, so she tends to say. And Winona would feel her snout kind of touch Winona's hand.
Hey, Alayla.
SBL. What's up?
She lets out like it's friendly, but it's like a huff she lets out, and her tail kind of twitches.
Yeah.
Must speak to Winona. Are you done here?
I mean,
we need to talk about payment, I think. What do I owe you?
Run down to the corner shop and get me a fucking 6er old Milwaukee and a bag of ice.
Yeah, I can do that.
Sick.
Walk and talk. Just gonna look to Alayla.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess I will see you later.
Yeah, I'll
drop by when you need it. If I'm not here, just go inside and get it. I'll leave it on the nightstand by the bed.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. All
Very
good. Good to see you, Layla.
You stares at her. And then we'll start walking away. It's not, to be very clear, it's not aggressive. It's just, a person that she doesn't know or trust.
So indifferent.
Yeah. Just very like, there's a person talking.
They turn and take the bracelet inside, and as they kind of fade into walking into the home, you hear they're whistling a tune. It's familiar, but you can't quite place it.
Winona.
Are you okay?
Yes. When we were getting healed.
Yeah.
You seemed scared, uncomfortable. Why?
Oh, God. Yeah, so, I'm not used to getting checked out very well. I've kind of been dealing with my own thing for the past several years, and I'm not used to people looking over me. That makes sense.
No,
Not really comfortable.
Doesn't make sense. Why?
What's the environment like as we're walking towards this?
The way back from Speaks with Strangers place. Speaks with Strangers is kind of in a weird spot in the holler where you have to walk on this trail beside the river for, probably a good 20 minutes. And it's at that without any penumbral senses needed, you see a large swan drift down onto the water and kind of begin to swim beside you. Swan looks up. Do you want to explain? Or do you need my help?
I can.
Being that
Here's
she's
a faint.
lupus born, I might be able to help.
If you want to translate what I'm saying into terms that may be easier for her to understand, sure. But I think it should come from my mouth.
I agree. But I'm here for support if you need me.
Thank you. The easiest way for me to, I guess, just rip the Band-Aid off is I'm transgender. And when people find out about that, there's a multitude of reactions that could happen. Most of them in my life haven't been good. I'm not sure if any of that is making any sense right now to you. But
What is transgender? What does that mean?
it means that I was born a different gender than I actually am.
Alayla pauses and sort of turns herself so that she is looking up at Winona. And you can see by her eyes, she's like scanning you. She's like looking at your body and then looks at your face. She starts to walk around to you, and you can probably feel her and hear the sound of her like inhaling. She's sniffing you.
Yeah. At that, Winona's gonna just start feeling a little tense, a little awkward. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen.
She says, born in the wrong body. That's what you are saying.
Yeah.
You smell female. Winona is female.
Winona's gonna dead stop there, I think, and just
Puts a paw up and puts it on your thigh and says, you are Garu. Born correct.
I think Winona's gonna fall to her knees and just embrace Alayla, and probably for the first time since she left her family, left Jack, cry fully, wholeheartedly everything that she's kind of been feeling, all the tension that she's been kind of feeling, just letting it out in that moment. No words, just tears.
Winona will feel a shifting happening as she is embracing Alayla. And she goes from being wolf to a person and wraps her arms around her and says to her, "In fact, you are safe.
Thank you.
And she will just hold her. And there is a sound that comes from Alayla, despite the broken vocal cord. It is a hum, a song. It's one that her mother would sing to her. And it's a song of comfort and a song of love. More importantly, a song of acceptance. And she just rocks her there. That she knows she's not alone. And that there's nothing wrong with her.
Eventually, you both feel a warm presence as Swan wraps its neck around both of you. Maybe I didn't need to explain. Best moral support, Spirit.
You are.
The last thing Alayla will do is she will put her hands on Winona's face. And she will say, "Who? Winona fights to the last. Do not doubt this." He bumps her with her forehead, returns to her wolf form, and then she'll just keep walking.
I think, there's not a lot of words that need to be said in this moment. It's very much a situation of feeling, of being there, of being seen and existing in that as they walk peacefully towards the shop.
And Swan, just kind of walking on the trail beside you, looks up. What do you think of Tony?
He's nice. I don't know him very well just yet, but he seems nice.
He's kind. Unicorn speaks very highly of him. I think you two would be good friends. You should talk to him more.
I think I will. I need to
Talked
not be
to
as
him
pulled up.
a while ago. He is from a place called Missouri.
I've passed through.
I might have. Are there lakes there for me to land on?
I believe so.
Probably have been there then. See?
Yeah.
Told you this would be a good spot. He just kind of bumps his wing into you.
She's gonna reach down and kind of like stroke from the back of the neck, back of the head down the neck.
Was thinking about finding some eggs. Will you dig me a pond?
Yeah, of course. Whatever you need.
I will send my children here. We will have a swan pond.
I'd love that. I'll make it very beautiful.
Need to plant the tall grass, though. Grass here, ugh, bad. Tried to eat, sour. Ick. We'll show you at the hardware shop in Charleston. We will move a bit further forward. Buddy, what was something you had planned to accomplish this week?
A couple of things. Buddy wanted to see if he could get the car running that's been sitting out there.
Mm-mm.
He also wanted to, at some point, go in the forest and play with the critter, because that's what he was asked to do.
Sure.
And burn and or bury, or both, some things that he brought from New Orleans of a certain person that he must completely cut ties with.
Sure. Let's start with that car.
Okay.
Something easy, something to kind of, the way I imagine Buddy thinks about these sort of things. You start with something easy so that you feel good going into the other things.
Yes. He's also been stress cleaning and stress cooking, so there's like lots of stuff packed away in the fridge.
Sure. And kind of as you are working on tightening up the carburetors. Go ahead and give me a... Gosh, I'm gonna say... Wits and craft here.
2.
It's routine work, buddy. You've known cars like this your entire life. Getting in there, and the old Ford models, they all have the same similarities. You know, you've done this time and time again. But there's a creak that catches your attention, and as you look, you see the jack is shifting and beginning to roll. And as you kind of scramble to try and have this car not land on top of you, a clawed hand reaches under and just grabs the front fender and the front steel axle. And you know that hand, those black claws. Grim kind of leans down. You good under there?
Well, more or less, yeah, Chef. I didn't want to be crushed by something so heavy on top of me.
Yep. And you see his foot kind of kicks the jack back in place and lets go. He kind of gets down and begins to slide under the car to look at what you're looking at.
Do you know anything about cars, Chef?
Unfortunately, yeah. My one of my foster parents was a mechanic, and he ran a boxing gym after hours.
So you know how to fight too.
I surely know how to take a beating. And, he kind of reaches up and
I can only imagine.
This bit here, it looks like the last mechanic who's fucking with it stripped the thread on that bolt. We're gonna need to take that out if you ever wanna, actually be able to work on the engine block, which I assume in a few years it's gonna need anyway. You plan on living for a few more years?
Well, I had no plans to just up and leave. Unless you know something I don't, share.
I just know that we're Garo and we don't live very long.
Why is that?
Because there's always something bigger and meaner than us out there.
Like who? A flood? A hurricane?
Like the
Poachers?
servants of the Wyrm.
Well, that too. I mean, I guess if that won't skin your time will.
Yeah. But, I tell you what, I can get those bolts pretty cheap. And we should probably replace the manifold and the exhaust too, unless you want this thing to be loud as fuck.
Not really.
Yeah. Figured you for a quiet car guy.
Yeah, that's why I'm back home. I used to work with hybrids a lot.
You know,
I know.
I don't hate it. You know, I had a friend that was, I say a friend. The people that found me before I met other Garu were strange.
How strange, yeah.
Well, one of them was a vampire, one of them was a worker, and another was a changeling.
So, you were telling me that you had a box of Lucky Charms, marshmallows as friends?
Yeah, something like that. The other one was one of the other changing breeds. He was just a kid at the time.
Changing breeds?
Yeah. And there are others, not just wolves. We're the
You're
Garu.
bullshitting me.
No. His kind, they're called the Gural. He was a werebear.
A werebear?
I've met one other, and it was not a good experience. They're
I'm
called
gonna assume-
Anansi. They wear spiders.
Oh. Oof. Well.
Yeah.
Squish, squish, I guess.
Yeah, she trapped me in Umbra for a while.
Holy shit.
I don't. Then I could keep going. It's not important.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I mean,
You don't have to apologize.
Habit.
I get it. I like spending time with you. I feel
Really?
like you get it. Like what's actually going on here, and not just the game that everybody's playing to make themselves feel good about being here.
I do.
All that we are is pain. And, I don't feel the need to run away from that. It also doesn't make me
Buddy
the
will
best
kinda-
conversationalist on the planet, but hey, here we are.
Buddy will make a face kind of to himself. He's like, I mean, you're talking pretty deeply there. What else is on your mind, Shell? Because you don't normally open up often. So,
I think I'm just tired, and today's an anniversary for me, and I'm just not feeling great about it.
so it's not a happy one. What is it? If I may ask. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Or come.
I had a den mother when I first met other Garu. Her name was Scarlet Growler.
Mm-hmm.
She took me
She's
on
no
my
longer
rite of
with us.
passage with my pack. And when we finished, they'd recognized me by my deed name. I was Grim Omen, I was Beget of Fenris. She told me something that I needed to hear, and I had a bad reaction. I lost control, and I killed her before she could even change. That's when I knew what was coming for my tribe. I felt the Outlaws before they did. I knew something was happening to Fenris. And I went into the Umbra to find him. And he knew that I knew, and he hid from me. The great fucking Fenris wolf hid from me. I was a kid. Hadn't even turned 17 yet, and he hid from me. That's when I knew I had to get out, and I'm talking too much.
No, you
It's
can
been-
keep talking.
It's been 8 years since I killed her.
You're still holding on to that pain, aren't you?
He reaches up and he pulls a locket out of his shirt and opens it, and there's a tied together strand of red hair. I carry her with me. She is my shame. And Stag still won't even entertain forgiving me.
Who's Stag?
She was a heart warden. One of Stag's children. And I murdered her for questioning my honor.
He'll kind of like roll off from underneath.
He'll crawl out from
Come
under
on,
the front
come on.
end and stand up.
Well, Graham, there's no judgment here for me, Chef. Everybody has a past, and everybody has painful things they don't like to remember. But if you ever just need to talk, more than welcome to come sit on my couch and talk. If you need a shoulder to cry on, that's fine too. I feel like you've been holding on to a lot of anguish. And sometimes you just need a listening ear.
I could go for a bite.
What do you feel like eating?
Yes.
Oh,
He just
okay.
heads in the front
Well,
door.
there's tons of food at home. At my house. Also, Buddy will walk up to him and just...
You wrap your arms around him, and you always knew that he was a powerful person, Buddy, but I think this is the first time he's allowed you to actually physically touch him.
Okay.
And you can feel the thick corded muscle of his body. Like it almost feels like he is one of these Greek sculptures that you read about in school. It almost feels like he's carved out of marble. And he just looks down at you. So, thanks. Yeah.
Buddy doesn't let him go just yet.
You remind me of one of my old pack mates, I think.
And who was that?
She's probably still out there somewhere. Her name's Shadow Stalker.
Oh.
But they before they had a deed name, we called him Princess Good Boy. They
Is that how you see me?
no, it's we were just close. They were lupus born, but they got raised like a house pet. They wore a collar, and that's what the kids that raised them call them, Princess Good Boy.
Well, wearing a collar is an interesting thing. Also, do you know that your heartbeat is beating a mile a minute?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Are you alright?
I just it's been a long time since I've let anybody get this close, and I don't want to hurt you.
You couldn't hurt me if you tried, boy.
Oh no, I could.
Well, is that a promise?
No, buddy, I need you to understand.
I get it.
I'm
just
not
fucking
get anymore, but I carry a piece of Hoglosk in me and I can't get rid of it. You understand that, right? Like it's always there.
I know. I know right now, as I'm still holding on to you, I am playing with danger and fire.
And buddy, I do feel it is imperative of me as a storyteller to tell you, you can feel the rage melting off of him. It's more than the other Garu here. You can feel that his rage is exceptional. And it feels different. Your rage, it always has a source. This rage seems to be picking pieces of him off. Like it is its own animal feeding on him.
He'll kind of, let him go and kind
He leans into your touch. Let's just eat and we can figure out the rest later.
Yeah, that's fine. So, I made crawfish etouffee with rice and a little bit of gravy, and I don't know if you ever had southern sweet tea, but I hope you got your insulin ready.
Yeah, there was a place that we went to before I met my pack when I was with the freaks. The vampire, he was out of his mind. He thought he
I
was
don't
some
think I'm-
gumshoe detective in the fucking 20s.
Now that's a story I'd like to sit around and listen to you talk about.
He
Another
took me
time.
to this place called Bell's in Georgia.
Yeah.
It's outside of Atlanta.
Don't think I know that one.
Told me to eat until I was full, and she said her cook was from New Orleans. I had the etouffee there, but the crawfish seemed a little old. As the scene kind of fades away, as the two of you sit down and begin to eat with each other, go over to Chester. Unfortunately, this week there was someone who had a plan for you.
Oh, good.
As you've been working with Reaches Through Time for nearly the entire week, working on a new rite. So he looks over to you and he says, "Today is the day that you must offer chiminage. You understand?"
Yes.
Very well. What gift do you think you have to offer Spider?
I don't know. What do you think is gonna help?
I'm here to guide you. I'm not here to give you answers, Flytrap. Search your heart.
Everything- It's just questions.
Search your heart. Your heart always knows what your mind has yet to grasp. And Aeolus chimes in. He speaks with such certainty. I would like to see his knowledge tested.
I suppose it's not out of the realm of impossibility to offer myself as a witness.
Reaches through time nods. A witness to what exactly? That you will witness the works of Spider. Spider doesn't care for its stories to be told. Flytrap, it
Not
is.
necessarily.
Spider is an imperious spirit. Spider builds, moves, connects things.
It's not the work that I need to witness. It's the effects. It's the effects that all that building has on everybody else.
As you say, I can summon Spider here. We can do it together. But you'll need to make sure your offering is convincing.
I will try.
Chester, tell me how you set up for this ritual with Reaches Through Time.
The first thing I do is find a little bit of inner calm, usually not so easy for Chester, but just simply because of all the noise and everything, but just trying to find that silence. And off of a simple motion, practicing the rite, and almost perfection by repetition, and using that motion to over and over again to kind of find myself and center myself for that calm.
As
There
you
are
do all of
no-
this-
Oh, sorry.
As you do all of this, do so in the mind that for the first time in the nearly year you've known Reaches Through Time, he is now mirroring your actions, not the other way around. Whatever is happening here, I think through the year that you've understood, he's mentioned a thing to you many times called paradigm. That his reality is shaped by his accepting of the truths around him. And today he is accepting your truth, not his own. Please, by all means, continue.
having noticed this a little bit, I almost just casually almost narrate how I'm feeling. I can drone out the voices, the cries, the anguish. It's part of the process. I've already witnessed to all this, and there has to be someone. There has to be something. The smells, the touches, they don't matter. Not the spirits. None of that matters to Spider as well. But those connections, those bridges that they build, they matter to someone. Everyone. And those feelings, those are the tidings that I bring.
You begin to feel these pinpricks of movement of your body as dozens of small brown spiders begin to crawl out of the air up your arms. Dozens turns to hundreds as they crawl up and they begin to press themselves against the skin of your neck and your jaw, till you can just hear one tiny whispering voice in your ear. What do you have for us? What feeling would you give? Use your body to make our webs.
That's all I can do. Facilitate those connections. And witness what those connections do for other people.
You will hear us, Flytrap. You will listen. And when we call for you, you will give us your rage.
I've always been listening.
Yes. But now you listen to Recluse.
Understood.
Good. We have an enemy. A common enemy. The pattern spider. She was taken from us by the Weaver. We want our friend back. You will fight the Weaver for me.
I can do what I can. Not a fighter, I'm a facilitator. I help those that fight.
You are Garu. All of you are warriors.
True. You're not wrong.
We accept the pledge of your rage, if you would give it.
I will.
Then I will show you how to pierce the veil that we have woven and walk into the Umbra. You will need to call on us, and it will be painful. But I will show you the way.
Pain is nothing.
I hope you mean that, Flytrap. And as you feel most of the spiders begin to walk off your limbs, you feel a sharp pain as one of these brown recluses bites into the back of your neck. And in this state of ritual, your state of awareness, Chester, goes down to the smallest in between the cells of your body. You feel the venom from the brown recluse begin to disperse between the cells in your neck. Already the necrosis breaking down the relationships between your cells. But this opens your mystical eye, Chester, in the same way that this venom is breaking down the relationship between your cells. So too can your touch break down the barrier between this realm and the Umbra. You are going to need to heal 2 levels of superficial damage over the next few days, but you may add the Rite of Shadow Passage to your character sheet.
Okay.
And that, my dear viewers, is where we are going to go to our break. We'll see you right back here on the other side in just a moment.
America has always been a place where conservatism and religious ideology has been fed by men to the uneducated like milk from their mother's teat. What this breeds is an environment for blind obeisance and ignorant fear, which controls the masses just as much as the blood of the covenant or the barrel of a gun. Men bring the raising of ground and the pillaging of Gaia's bounty, and this has never been more of a threat to the Garu nation than it is now in the days of the apocalypse. However, all of this is where this story begins, but not yet where the tale begins. For that, we will need to reach back through the time and haze of the deep Umbra to find the beginning. Walk with me, little wolf, and reach us through time will show you a story that even ancient Phoenix has forgotten.
Long have you been my warden? Did you think you could stop all of my plans? I know you can feel yourself fading, growing weaker as my contingency unfolds. Brother, don't you see? In the end, we are nothing alike. I know you have assembled your own consortium against me. So, brother, when you fall, just as the shattered gate watched before you, this eternal vanguard and the entire multiverse will contest with my ignited.
Well, welcome back, dear viewer, to this, our second full episode. As last we left things, the pack was kind of moving through their week, a sort of montage scene of time passing, things being learned. And where we catch up with everyone at the end of the week is all of you coming together at Maudette Pickens' home, aka Liar Killer. Snared by lightning, I assume you've asked your pack to assemble for this, knowing that very soon now that Chester has finally mastered the rite of shadow passage, time is of the essence. But there was some things that you all needed to clear up here. And Maudette is sitting on the porch. She has one of the suckling pigs in her lap, and she's doing kind of a health and welfare check, kind of looking in its ears, looking behind its ears for ticks, making sure, it's ambulating well as she is sitting here talking to all of you.
Alayla is already there. I think she's probably lounging on the porch in her wolf form. I think she's probably like in a patch of sun, just kind of glazing about there. But I think she smells them before they arrive, and her head comes up, her ears kind of reacting. And she gets up and starts padding down the stairs and waits for them as they come down the road.
Walking up and leaning down, and if Alayla will allow it, kind of giving her head a little.
She'll like nudge her to like go towards the house.
Would I have gotten the repaired bracelet by this point?
Yeah, Tony finished it a few days ago. They did get everything repainted. It's on a little metal beaded bracelet now. Should hold up for quite some time.
I would say in that case, she's actually, at least for the moment, wearing it.
And as you all kind of get settled, Maudette looks up from the pig. So, bunch of Ungaru rock up on my porch with long faces. What do you got to say to old liar killer?
Yeah, I'll just arrive a little later, like dark circles around my eyes. Just, well, sorry I was a little late, but I think I'm good. I think we're ready.
You're right.
You all right? Sure.
Training does that to you, but it'll pass.
There's a concerned expression on Alayla's face, but I think when when Buddy rolls up, she'll give him just a gentle like nudge with her nose, just kind of a little greeting. And then when Yosef shows up, she gives him she kind of nips him, but it's playful. It's very much like how pups play, right? And so she'll just nip him a little bit, and there's like a little wheezing laugh that comes from her when he jumps.
Steady on there, Snared. What's got into you? You're friendly to me all of a sudden.
We have a long journey. It's fun.
Cheers to that, like he says the next last like him that beer and then crunches it and then like gingerly puts it in his pocket. Where is you are illustrious, like I'm hosting.
As you crush it, liar killer looks up to you. Where'd you get that bracelet? Punches up.
It's not me that has the bracelet, is it? Oh, you mean this? This? Yeah, the bracelet. Yeah. What makes you so interested?
You know that I know what that is.
Look, it was a gift from Magpie, and that's exactly where it ends.
Thunder does not dispense his gifts willy-nilly. Though if my stories and my understanding is correct, that was not gifted by a storm crow. That was gifted by, well, your persistent friend.
Very persistent.
Alayla thumps Yosef on the back of the leg with her tail. And there's just a stern look on her face. She looks at him.
You understand the implications of carrying such a weapon.
I understand that I need it to go toe-to-toe with other Garu, which seems to be an inevitable part of our war effort.
That's a hero's blade, Yosef McCray.
Well, I'm not exactly a hero, but if it works for heroes, I'm sure it'll work for big old me.
It is an auspicious cloud that hangs over your head.
Well, Magpie seems to be very content with my having it, and said that if anyone attempted to claim it off him, that they should speak to him first, or them first. I'm still not really sure what he is. Are you particularly good at sexing birds? Can anybody here sex a bird?
I'm sure you've sexed enough birds for all of us. And she looks to you, Layla.
She there's a lot of language there that she's blinks out of sync for a moment. But then
overwhelming with words is my standard tactic. I'm in verbal warfare. There, I'm snared by lightning. It's usually a good idea to confuse the prey before ambushing them.
I don't understand this human tactic. Questions.
I brought food.
Love food. Would like food, please.
Everyone just goes silent at food. What you got? What you got, buddy?
Well, I made some jambalaya and I brought some fried boudin for you if you want to snack on that. And I don't know if you ever heard of moulettes?
No, what's up?
He just holds it a pause.
It's a sandwich. Has all sorts of trimmings on it with some olives and a nice little Creole mustard that I made.
Oh, this is the Italian thing. I've seen in New Orleans sometimes.
It's a New Orleans thing.
Oh, okay.
Layla huffs because she realizes she needs thumbs to eat this, so she fucking shifts
not gonna dispute that. If anything else, olive salad and ham sounds absolutely grand.
So, as you all begin to eat, Liar Killer looks around. What's wrong?
We've been sent. Look for Old Wolf.
I've heard.
Old Wolf with son.
Somebody tell me what she's talking about.
Does the name Maddox mean anything to you? And Winona will hold out her wrist with the recreated bracelet.
And Yosef will say, see, that's what I meant. That was the more important bracelet, the one you actually should have been fixating on, not my nonsense. Anyway, on you go.
Alayla will go up to her and just nudge her hand for a moment with her own hand, and then grab it and hold it.
I made that for my son. Where'd you get it?
By the tree. When we were shown the past, I saw your son being taken through a portal into the Umbra. And that fell by the tree. I went to go retrieve it and I fixed it. I was hoping it would guide us to him.
They died. My son. My husband.
Not yet. Went to Umbra.
We didn't exactly get a good glimpse of where they were going, but I don't suppose if you were to cast your mind back to a little before 10 years ago, you didn't have an idea of some other safe place that they might have taken refuge in if they were to go through the Deep Umbra, come out the other side?
My husband was a member of a tribe that is no longer a part of our nation. He was a stargazer.
Oh, they're weird, aren't they?
Particularly adept at divining the Umbra. They had a peace about them. Philosophy. If they would have gone anywhere in the Umbra, it would have been to the place where my husband was born.
Where would that be?
The Sept of Vernal Rebirth. It is a sept that exists entirely within the Umbra. A cairn that exists entirely within the Umbra.
And that's where we must go.
I don't
With
know
your
what the
permission.
journey will be like now that the apocalypse has fallen.
I don't suppose you have some kind of your last relic of his, some anchor to him that we may be able to use to navigate our way, like a divining rod or a dowsing stick.
I mean, that's
Not
what I was
even
going to try to use
you go.
the bracelet for.
Oh, wow, that makes much more sense actually. Yeah.
A personal item made with love. There's power there.
Especially if we are leading to the assumption that Maddox is indeed alive.
The sept spirit there was one of Chimera's brood. Chimera has not shown his face to the nation since the Stargazers left us. The sept of vernal birth's cairn spirit is Manticore. A fearsome warrior spirit.
And would be how old now?
His 23rd birthday was last week.
Time exists differently in the Umbra, though. Do they age the same?
Now that the apocalypse has fallen, I can't give you an answer for that either, Flytrap.
There's only one way we'll be able to find out, and that's actually going.
Manticore leaves
more.
signs. Spirits must hunt and eat as much as any of us on this side of the veil. Look for signs of its passing. Carcasses, broken trees. Manticore hunts both like a lion and a dragon, sometimes dropping on its prey from above, other times stalking it through the grass.
Do we have anything to fear from Manticore themselves?
You should always fear spirit.
Do you know any means of placating him?
Manticore often takes offerings of obeisance. Kneeling before him often works, but I think that might be a problem for at least one of you. She looks over to you, buddy. Falcon does not. Falcon does not like it when his children kneel.
How is he for platitudes? Manticore, that is.
I only met the spirit once, when my husband and I brought Maddox there when he was born.
Question: Is the dove with me right now?
Yep.
I'll just kind of like look over. Any insight at all?
Give me a question to contemplate, and I will give you your answer.
Has Manticore changed for the worse since the apocalypse?
All things have changed for the worse.
Violence?
Always.
Then we expect resistance.
Unless you can find a way to impress upon him that you are the more violent. Fear is a powerful motivator. Or, perhaps, by the old laws, demanding his hospitality or feeding him may placate his wrath.
How are your skills on the go, buddy?
What?
If we are to feed Manticore,
You want me to cook for a spirit?
something of an offering, yes. It's
Yeah,
not
there
as difficult as you might think.
are stories back in my homeland of like spirits not being able to harm people under guest right. It may make sense.
I mean, I can cook almost anything.
I'm not cooking in the Umbers actually like.
I don't
So
know.
we have two routes. We have hospitality, and we have show violence.
I always err on the side of hospitality first.
As do I.
You catch more flies with honey than vinegar, darling.
If it comes to the
Well-
latter, I'm pretty apt.
Indeed.
Also, Yosef is too. He kind of pointedly.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm exactly like I'm apt at it. I mean, what I am is like I'm sharper with words than I am with my big fuck off. We're wolf skin and knife if you get my meaning.
A
Yeah,
bit fork-tongued.
I've been made aware of that. And she's going to
Yeah.
kind of stretch her arm with the scar around the armpit.
Aye, sorry about that, by the way.
Mm.
It was both of our faults.
So we approach this by knife, cooking or not.
Seems so.
Why? I don't know if this will work, but I have an idea. I mean, you can also take it with a grain of salt, but I don't know if you guys ever been in the deep south, where I'm from. You ever heard of something called being nice nasty?
No?
Oh.
This is like a strange southern form of passive aggression?
Yes.
That's a form of it, yeah.
You can
Human
also
words.
do it with food and, as they're eating the steak, you don't let them, and they're enjoying it. That's when you slip the knife in. Figuratively speaking. I don't think you
Invade
should
them.
try to...
Perhaps best to address Old Spirit with respect.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you were serious?
We go into the Umbra. You need to respect it.
Alright, I'll at least feign respect for you. How does that sound? Like, scared by lightning.
Better
have to
than
do it.
nothing.
Like that.
Trust me. In the Umbra, if there are things that need our respect, it will be very, very apparent very quickly.
Well, briefly returning to material matters, outside of shopping list, of course, I have one more question for you, Liar Tongue.
Liar killer.
What's it, Liar Killer? Sorry. I've only had one beer, so...
I'm sure you're very reticent to mention the last part. Please continue.
Buddy will kind of...
Ow! 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 Okay, sorry. Apologies, Liar Killer. This might be a bit of a tender subject, though. Is there any chance, and only if you'd be willing to tell us, do you know if young Maddox had already underwent his first change by the time, we got around to 2014?
He was just a boy. If he would have changed, I would have known.
Okay.
Back with Old Wolf.
So he
That's
went
why-
into the Umbra, potentially.
What do you... Well, hold on. You're telling me my son had a pact with the old wolf?
Yes, at back.
It's not possible. He hadn't changed.
Well, then he went into Umbra, human. This is dangerous. But what I saw back with Old Wolf.
I mean, it's very possible it could have happened the night of. It's a traumatic experience. There's a lot of, touching on the Umbra going around.
Rage was flaring everywhere as well.
Humans
Then
break
let's
in the Umbra.
Is there chance he turned in Umbra?
He was just a child.
I'd like to increase my rage at hearing that.
Sure.
You must account for all outcomes.
And as Winona's rage increases, you can all feel that surge in pressure, and for the first time as a pack, you will all increase your rage by 1 as you feel Winona's rage increase.
There's a gentle, just brush of her hand on Winona. Comfort her.
Yeah, on the other side, Chester will do the same. and just be that as it may, child or not, Maddox is no longer just a child.
Steel Claw and I had been arguing about it for months. About whether he should know what we are or not. And he took him.
Is there a...
Umbra.
I mean, if it was a last-ditch effort to save his son, I wouldn't blame him.
Cannot lie to ones you love. Cannot hide from ones you love.
Why haven't they come
We'll find
back?
the truth. That's what we're aiming to find out. We'll find the truth and find whatever justice that can be had from this.
Old wolf with you. Son is safe. Must trust.
I'll swear on Gorgon that I'll find whatever I can and do whatever I can.
I don't take that lightly. Fights to the last.
I wouldn't say it lightly.
There anything you would like to pass along? Just in case.
Anything you would like us to say so that they know that it is you that sent us?
She just nods to the bracelet that Winona's wearing. They'll know. If you see Steel Claws, you tell him to remember the vows he made to me on that hill. If those vows for a lie, you remind him what my deed name is.
That'll be my oath.
Question. Am I aware of Liar Killer and is it Thunderfist?
Thunder's Fist.
Thunder's Fist. Am I aware of their kind of
Contentious relationship?
yeah, their dynamic?
I will say over the 8 months you've been here, you may have gotten an inkling that there is some kind of situation happening there.
Okay.
Coming home and walking into a room where they both kind of start and look at you and stare and, it's... Or getting up in the morning and seeing her leaning out the window talking to him standing in the yard, and then it's always something, and it's just weird enough.
Yeah, she will, get a little closer to Liar Killer and say,
if possible to bring back husband, would it be problem for Thunder's Fist and you?
I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to give me a wits and insight here.
Do we get any chance to step in the middle?
I'm gonna say this is a roll the whole pack can make. As a result of that question, Liar Killer is going to increase her rage as well.
amazing. I did this to me. That is, I need to,
Wits.
hold on. I messed up.
So that was wits what?
Insight.
Wits insight, okay.
On
Insight.
3 dice, I rolled 2 successes.
Okay, I have rolled 3 successive.
That
2 for
is
Chester.
4 successes total on my total of
Gracious.
7 dice.
I have 3 successes and teeth on my rage die.
Oh, brutal outcome. We'll get to that in a moment. What I can tell you all, with her rolling a single success on her composure and subterfuge, you all see her hand move to her belly.
Oh, snap!
And she says, "Why? What do you think you know, snared by lightning?" And as her tone increases and she leans forward, buddy, almost instinctively, you reach out and put a hand on her shoulder and sit her back down.
I'm going to say, and you can tell me if this is okay, but I would say Alayla, it doesn't catch the hand moving. She smells child. She smells offspring. And she looks at her and says, "Your scent has changed. Too hard.
All right, I think that's enough."
Can I make it like a really knowing smile?
And she's going to increase her rage once more.
I'm sorry for making
So
you
that's why he fled to you during the attack.
The rage coming off of her is palpable.
I am going to kind of try to gather my packmates and just, alright, time is of the essence. We need to do this, or else we will never be able to do this. Thank you so much for the information.
Yeah, you find that son of a bitch and drag him back here. She gets up and slams the door.
Well,
I-
there's no need to be rude.
I think I have made a mistake.
No, you're fine.
What did you do, Cher?
I just Harry's pop. That is thunder. The scents are entwined.
See
You're
you,
fine.
snared by lightning. For someone who has absolutely no knowledge of human affairs, you're so good at sticking your nose into them.
I said
There's a
we
joke
do
in there
not
somewhere.
Relationships, emotions, it's all messy, it's all sticky. It's
do not
why is it
understand. We
sticky?
did not have these problems in my pack growing up. Children
it's-
are
We should,
gifts, blessings. I don't.
we should probably have this conversation off of her porch, incidentally.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Right.
as you guys are all getting down off the porch, Chester, where do you plan on doing the rite of shadow passage here to open the gate to them?
I am going to the same tree.
Very well.
I'm gonna head to the same tree, and as I go, I'll just keep going. No, it's fine. You don't. It's not anything that you necessarily did wrong. Some people are conflicted with their own feelings, and it's easier to lash out on others.
That is complicated.
It is.
At this point, you guys are kind of crossing the main area of the cairn as you hear the soft plucking of a guitar, and standing up to walking beside you is a much older Garu. He's in his early 50s. His hair's shaved, other than kind of a little bit around the sides and the back. A little thick around the middle. Herb sings for peace. He says, "Oh man,
Winona.
it sounds like you all kicked a hornet's nest over there. I'm so happy nobody got hurt. How's everybody doing?"
Yeah, well,
I'm doing
just
fine,
fine. Thanks
Cher.
for peace, yeah.
Yeah,
we're about to go into the Umbra for
Oh.
a while.
well, I hope what's that saying, Mr. McCreek? May the road rise to meet your feet or something. Comes from across the pond. It's
That's a good one, yeah.
It's a poem or something, right?
Is that Burns? I can't remember, actually.
I can't either, but I sang it at a funeral once. It's a nice tune.
It's a merry one. Well, it can be a merry one if you do it the right way. Like, Scottish folk tunes are weird like that. They're meant to be sad, but sometimes you should sing them the right way.
Just like you.
C'est les bons temps foulés.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like me.
I would request something of you.
What's that?
If you, tell Wire Killer I am sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll let her know. And I'll bring her by some tea for the morning sickness. You see, the funny thing is she thinks that nobody knows, but I've known for a long time.
Wow. Okay.
It's not subtle. It's
So
not
Layla
subtle.
is like, oh shit. Like, she just
Well-
realizes how fucking.
It
I
helps.
feel like in the
that-
whole town of Gauru, it's difficult to hide something like that.
Well, and it helps that I was doing my weekly shift down at the corner store and I watched her steal a pregnancy test from aisle 3.
Oh, does Thunder's fist know?
Probably not.
Shit.
She just
Yeah,
starts
yeah,
walking
yeah.
away towards the tree.
Okay, important
Well,
question. Like, just going forward, because like this is actually something I'm fairly unfamiliar with in Garu culture. Does regular contraception just not work on us or something?
That's a great
It's
question. That's a great question.
Just
Because I
just
swear to
bring up
God, it's like no
prophylactic,
one.
yeah.
It's like no one in this community has ever heard of like prophylactic.
Yeah. And
Cups are blessings.
Herb kind of stops playing for a minute and puts an arm around your shoulder, Yosef, and he just says, "You know what? I think you and me, we've worn enough Jimmy hats for everybody around here."
Where are you busting out
On
all
that-
this Scottish slang, by the way?
Oh, I traveled around yonder way. Long
Oh,
time
did you?
ago.
Yeah.
You know, you remind me of somebody I met around that way.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. His name was
Yeah,
Jameson.
well, Jameson. And what was he like?
Violent.
Tracks.
And he kind of
Ah.
leans in and smells you. You smell like him too.
Chester, my
Thank you.
love.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a conversation about that later.
Would you like some tea, Chef? You look tad tired.
Sure. I don't think I'm necessarily tired. I'm just laden with purpose. Here.
Buddy will actually get close to your face. I see it.
Yeah.
Drink that before we get started so we can get ready to get the hell up out of here and not put our foot down our throats.
I'll
I-
drink it.
Steps.
Speaking of, Herb, do you have some of the tea that I could take with me, with us?
You know, Winona, if you just head right on over to my house over there, I tell you what, you can open up the tea cabinet and you can take a few little bundles with you. Should be enough to make 3 or 4 pots. You know, it's important to stay relaxed in a high-stress lifestyle like the one we live. You know, you gotta stay limber. You gotta stretch. These are things you learn as you get older. You know, and you just gotta keep with it.
Great.
I love her.
Thank you,
I
Herb.
vibe with Herb so much.
Winona will step off to go grab the tea. And how close is where I've been staying to here?
Relatively close. It's up a little dirt road, but you have a house built for you here.
Because Winona's going to, knowing that there's an indefinite amount of time that we're going to be spending in the Umbra, she is going to risk bringing her guitar with her as well.
We'll catch up to that in a moment, but where I'm going to pause you is going into Herb's place. Now, I will say, for all of this pack, there is time for each of you to have a little individual scene before we head onward. Herb is just going to sit down on a nearby stone and just be playing his guitar and just kind of listening to the struggle that you young Garu are going through.
How close am I to, I think, Chester?
As close as you'd like to be.
Or Layla? When I see Winona walk off, I'll kind of the lowest I can possibly say. fuck. She's just like Jack. I gotta get out of here.
Buddy,
Huh? Yes.
you
What
are...
did you want, pets? You want scritches?
No. You will have to tell her.
What?
And not her secrets.
What are you saying, Chef?
You said she looked like Jack. You have secrets.
No. No secret at all, Chef. I don't even know what you're saying.
She takes
probably.
a deep inhale and looks at him and says,
You smell like secrets.
and I think there's a moment in that, right, where you see almost like a ghostly echo of Horned Serpent.
There is no secret, Chef. I think you may be slightly mistaken. What do you think you heard me say, Chef?
Like Jack. Jack must be important. But secret because you did not tell her.
Jack is not important. Never has been and never will be.
He does something that seems almost childlike, where a little smirk appears on her face and she just touches her nose and then looks towards the tree. Almost like ending that conversation, but in a I know your secret kind of way.
Sure.
I'll just be in the side and then just, oh wow, the tea is very, very sweet. Sweeter than I'm usually used to, but it's very delicious. Thank you so much.
Wakes you
And
up,
then-
doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. Right. I think. You know what? You keep to your business, and we keep to our business and whatnot, and eventually, it'll come naturally. There are
Do you really think I'm holding a secret?
merely information that you haven't shared just yet. That's all. And never be pressured for it. Just know that we're here.
Buddy will kind of like I'm not doing this in front of nobody. He'll kind of turn around. I will not humiliate myself in front of no one. Falcon will be mad.
And I think with that, we will quickly move over to Yosef.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how far is like, Smoking Barrels, like, a little operation from our little mutual meeting point?
Not very far. And actually, Herb gets up and walks over there to Smoking Barrel's place. It's more of a one-room still house than anything, and Smoking Barrel sleeps on the floor amidst his crafting concoctory.
Is he currently passed out on the floor?
He's laying down on the porch, holding a cool rag on his forehead, and he has a tin cup full of some very stringent smelling alcohol on it.
Good. I'll talk to him in a bit, but if I'm walking along, like, I'm towards that direction anyway, it's a chance for me to have a tiny one-on-one with, like, Herb.
Yeah.
So, Jameson, you said?
Oh yeah.
Do you go by Jamie?
I think his friend called him that. I met him when he was running with the Apostle Park pack, I think.
There's a pack in Postle Park.
There was around 88, 89.
Every time I learn more about werewolf stuff, it's just generally all the more irritating. All right, so
He wasn't a Garu though. He was just kinfolk.
he was just kinfolk, so he wasn't Garu.
No, but he could see us change, and the delirium wouldn't affect him so hard.
So he knew about this stuff.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was over there running an errand for Unicorn, because Unicorn had made some sort of promise to Rat, and we had promised that we were gonna go find some sort of language deciphering tool and some broken down part of the old sewer system or something. It was I've done a lot of drugs between then and now, Yosef.
Yeah. Vibes. Well, not gonna lie, you can probably see my face here, but I'm not exactly too happy to hear that name. And if you have a really, really good eye, you can probably tell exactly what I'm planning on doing to that man if I ever find him.
Yeah. I'm real sorry. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have brought it up in front of your pack. That seems like kind of a rude thing to do. I'm sorry.
No, Herb, you couldn't know. No hatred to you whatsoever. Don't even worry. But, it is something I'm gonna have to look at to when I am less concentrated on otherworldly affairs. So, with that, I wish you a good day. And then I'm going to walk into...
Did you know a German?
That'll turn back. Yeah?
Huh.
Came to my mum's funeral, why?
Oh. I see.
Yeah, he's the one who told me about Jamie. Why? You got some business with him?
Well, I haven't talked to him in many years now, but I know him. Yeah. I think he was calling himself... What was it? Matthias? Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus, that was it.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
was a
know
friend
him.
of one of my cousins, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I remember, he worked with some investment company. He had his hand in the investments that went into waste disposal, I think I remember.
Yeah, that's... You nearly offered me a job.
Mm.
I fell out of things, quick.
Yeah.
After my mum.
I always wondered what became of that German. He was always strange.
Was he, like us?
No, I think he was a vampire.
Jesus Christ, what?!
Yeah. Or maybe vampire adjacent. I'm not quite sure. I don't really know too much about him. I just remember the company he worked for because they had a real interesting name. He worked for Wait Enterprises.
Wait Enterprises.
Yeah.
Right, I'm right. A mental connection. Wait Enterprises possibly linked with leech shit. I'm also making a mental note that there are several supernatural connections with my family that apparently I had no fucking idea about. And with that, I'm gonna wish you a good day, Herb. Thank you for this.
He hands you his cup of ginseng tea. Says, Your blood pressure's real high. And hey, think about it like this. Fate has a funny way of turning things around. Gaia wills everything.
Yeah, I guess she does. In fact, before I've net the ginseng tea, just I can look at it for a second. Herb, you got a mushroom on you?
Didn't eat one.
Yeah, I need to do a little thing. I'm not sure if exactly is the approved, right? But I need to do a
He
little thing.
opens his breast pocket and pulls out a few baggies, and each of them have different species of dried mushrooms in it. Which one are you looking for? Are you looking for something that's a little more heady, or are you trying to get more of like a body thing going on, or just what are you feeling?
Definitely heady. What's the sacred number?
And he opens one of the little baggies and drops a few in his hand and puts about 4 caps in your hand. Now, these are called golden teachers. They're going to give you something really nice. They're going to give you a really sort of cerebral high. It's really going to let you settle in.
Cool. And then I'm going to walk into, like, Smoking Barrels looking place. I'm going to be like, yo, Smokey!
And the bandit! What's up?
Eastbound and down! Okay, now. Alright, real quick, I need you to pour a shot of the head cuts, a shot of the tails cuts into this glass right now.
Done! And he goes back inside and starts turning some valves and gets it in his tin cup and then pours it into your cup. Alright.
Grant, now
What
I
now?
need you to punch me in the face as hard as you can.
Alright. And he's gonna punch you in the face.
Great. Alright, then after
my God.
you while I'm alright, and now while I'm how do you do it?
You're gonna take 4 levels of superficial damage. I rolled 2 teeth.
Perfect.
He fully breaks your jaw.
Perfect! Alright, now I'm going to neck the shot, and then I'm going to cast Sight from Beyond.
Sure. We'll get to that in a moment. We'll shift back to...
Did you break your jaw?
Yes!
Perfect.
We'll head back to Winona.
You know, I have Sight from Beyond too, but I don't think I ever had to do anything close to that to get a vision.
Winona, as you walk into Herb's home, first off, you see that there is a guitar case with a bow wrapped around it and a card with your name on it sitting on the couch.
Seeing that, she's just gonna dead stop, like, no, this can't be right. And she's just gonna slowly walk up to it, let her fingers brush against the case.
And you take your fingers across the case. Do you open the case or read the card first?
I'm gonna read the card first.
You open up the card and it's just plain white paper. Maybe like printer paper. And it says, "Just keep strumming and don't stop humming. Herb."
She's gonna pop open the case.
And it looks like he went and got your guitar and put it in a new case, polished it and restrung it. And it's a hard sling over the shoulder case that you can carry on your back while you walk. The case has been waterproofed. And you see that there is in the inside pocket on the top, if you pull it out, there is it looks like a handwritten book of music from Herb, and it says just on the front, "Tunes to soothe your blues."
I think she's just gonna take a moment, kind of just kneeling there in front of it, letting her hands rest on the guitar and the case, and kind of take it all in. We don't know what we're getting ourselves into going into. We don't know what we're going to find in the Umbra and how long we're going to be. So I think she's just letting herself have this moment. And then she's going to close it up, take a breath, adjust yourself. Oh. And then she'll strap it to her back and then get the tea.
You've never been this far into Herb's home before. You've never actually been in the kitchen. He keeps, some nice doilies out on the coffee table, and the couch is, he consummately cleans the couch and straightens the wrinkles out of it. And as you go into Herb's kitchen, you see that there are photos on the walls. You see a photo of him standing with a younger woman, tall, beautiful, black hair. She's standing there in a wedding dress. And Herb, looking much older, is just smiling behind her, and he has his arm around her shoulder. And then you see another one where it looks like many years later, where she's laying in a bed. She's holding a baby, and you see there's a man beside her, and then you see Herb just by the edge of the bed, double thumbs up, smiling. And Then you see a picture of Herb with his hands on a young man's shoulders. That looks a lot like the woman, but the woman's nowhere to be seen. And Herb smiles with his hands on this kid's shoulders, and then you see one of that same little boy grown much older throwing a graduation cap, and again Herb in the picture just doing the double thumbs up. And you hear the door to the kitchen open up behind you, and Herb sets the guitar down. Did you find everything all right?
Yeah, I did, and thank you. And she's just gonna walk right up to him and just. She usually is I guess kind of one for more consent around this time, but feeling with the overwhelming emotion of everything that's kind of happening, she's just gonna hug him tight.
So, Winona, I know it's a scary thing to go out in that world. It's even scarier to go out in that world and not be ashamed of who you are. I understand. You're gonna be alright. You got good friends, a good pack to watch your back. And you only need 2 things in this life, Winona. You need a nice, wide-brimmed hat and a good pair of boots. Good pair of boots means you can outrun the devil. And a good wide-brimmed hat means you can hide what you're doing from the Lord above. That's all you need.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry. Thank you for this kindness, and
Kind of follows your gaze to the pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
He smiles.
Yeah.
You remind me of her sometimes. My daughter, Sarah. I miss her.
What happened to her?
Garu don't live very long, Winona. And that's right there, that's her boy, Alexi. Lost him too.
Think she's gonna squeeze him harder at that?
That's how I got my name. You know, I didn't have a D name till I was 50. I just want all this to end. I sing for peace. I hope peace finds you while you're out there. And I hope, even if it's just for a second, let yourself hold on to it, Winona. Like my Sarah did. She had 10 good years with that little boy. I had 25 good years with her. Of course, only 25 because her stankin' old mother didn't tell me she was born and ran off on me. But I found it. And that's the other thing with life. There's always gonna be things that happen. You always gonna get a rock on your shoe, you know. And it hurts, stepping on that stone time and time again. But don't let that hurt about that stone in your sandal make you bitter about looking at the beauty of the mountain.
When I get back, I would, if you're okay with it, I would like to sit with you and learn more about who they were.
Oh yeah, I'll get the photo albums out.
I'd like that. And I think I was gonna say Winona's not one for affection, but she kind of is, especially in like these tender moments, but nothing like big. But with how Herb's kind of treated her since she got here, I think she started to kind of see him as sort of like a second dad. So kind of like how she would, you know, say goodbye to Jack all those years ago. She was gonna hug him tightly, nuzzle into that neck, and then kiss his cheek. Thank you for being there for me.
Of course.
I don't have the words.
words just muddy up what the heart knows to be true. Go on now. I'll see you when you get back. You'll have a bunch of stories to tell you. And I'll tell you about the time old Alexi bashed me in the knee with a super soaker and I had to get 37 stitches. It was a whole mess.
Thank you.
He nods. And we'll head back to Yosef for just a moment. As you imbibe these substances, Yosef, and the pain of your jaw is overwhelming, there are several distinct images that are going to form, but I do need you to make a roll for me first. Does it require the expenditure of a willpower point? Because I know you've already
I believe it
got
does.
It does.
So go ahead and spend that point of willpower and make me that
Alright,
roll.
spent. Alright, and then it's intelligence and wisdom, so the combined pool is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. One of which is a 10.
With 4 successes, as the images begin to take form, Yosef, you see a large, dead, blackened oak tree where probably 15, maybe 20 people hang by their neck from rope. You see a hole in the base of a mountain. You see a flash of metal that's been painted over with yellow paint and white and black stripes. An orange bar that has the black letters caution and the yellow triangle with the exclamation point.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a deep darkness stretching down further than you could ever hope to go. You see at the base of that pit crackling green and black flames as they crawl up the walls. And you hear, "We told you we saw you."
Ah, yes, so it was this I was going to expect.
And you can feel yourself sweating and convulsing as you come back to, as you are basically seizing on the porch. And Smoking Barrel's like trying to pick you up. Shit, man! God damn it! You told me to fucking hit you and shit, and now you're fucking tweaking out. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's okay, man. Just had to do a little right. Thank you for the assistance.
Jesus, man.
Ah.
I'm sorry. You told me to hit you, and I freaked out, so I hit you really hard.
No. Hey, man, look, am I mad? Am I mad at you? Do I look mad at you? I'm not mad at you. It's okay.
I don't know,
it's
man.
Okay.
Everybody looks mad at me. I'm
Come on, man. Do you think I'm the kind of guy who's going to tell you quit punch me in the face and then get angry that you punch me in the face? It's okay.
We're fucking werewolves, man. We can't tell.
Oh, fair play.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn. Oh.
I think I shit myself.
You shit yourself, man. You didn't see what I saw. God damn.
I'm gonna go change my drawers. And he heads back inside and shuts the door. And I will leave this moment for you all to reconvene in various states of energy as Chester. You've been, over the course of all of this time, performing your rite of shadow passage.
As soon as I redo the exact same carvings as I did with Reaches Through Time, now, while I do it, it's almost as if the symptoms of the brown recluse spider reoccurs all over my body, and the pain is stinging, and you could see like almost a little bit of tremoring as I'm making the signs and preparing for it, waiting for everybody to show up. Are we ready, everybody?
I got snacks.
Sorry then. Wait, shit, what's wrong with you? Why are you holding your mouth?
Oh, I need to go and perform a ritual.
You performed a rectum? What?
No, not a rectum, a ritual.
Alayla is going to go up to Yosef, grab his jaw, and put it back in place.
Oh, please, that would be so funny.
Strength and medicine.
Oh, God.
This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Medicine, you do get your 1 dice bonus for your favor from Horde Serpent.
Really?
What an interesting dice pool. Strength and
Okay.
medicine.
Strength and medicine.
It's
Heal.
let me
This
be
isn't-
very clear.
this isn't-
I have seen a jaw reset before, and let me tell you, it takes some oomph.
Yep. Same. To which Alayla, she is going to walk up to him and very just like, without warning, grab his face, grab the side of him, and then click it into place. But click is a very gentle term for what she's doing
Sorry?
to him.
Yeah, this is what I heard.
3 successes. 3 out of 4.
3 successes is enough. Your jaw latches back into place. It is painful.
Ah! Oh, damn! Snare by lightning. Give a man a warning next time. I warned you before I drenched you in whiskey with those wounds.
Right, well, we are going in Umbra. You need your face.
True. I just wanted to do a little bit of preparation first, so I decided to do a little righty rights to appear into the Umbra, see if there were any imminent visions or warnings that the spirits wanted to offer us.
Shit, are you high?
What about
Oh yeah, extremely.
With that, Chester, you can feel the shadow passage beginning to open. You're not going to be able to hold it for very long. Even though the veil is thin here, you're relatively new at this.
I'll hold up a finger to make sure that I can kind of like draw the line, and then immediately. All right, everybody. Just think to yourself. Weigh the pain of today against the regrets of tomorrow, and ask yourselves which you would rather endure. And realize that we are Garo. Our scales only tip one way. And I'll draw the line down and open up the portal. Let's go.
The portal opens. What you all see is almost like a tear in a curtain. And watching an advanced, like, time flow, you watch that it just begins to kind of fall apart. This airy curtain, and beyond it there is a swirling dark. And as each of you pass through, I'm going to need 2 things. First is a stamina and occult roll from everyone.
Oh, well, that's teeth.
that is teeth as well on my end.
2 successes in teeth, but nonetheless teeth.
4 for Buddy. Teeth for both Winona and Yosef.
6 successes.
6 for Chester. 4 for Alayla. Chester, you will take no superficial damage. Buddy, you will take 1 level of superficial damage. Alayla, you will also take 1 level of superficial damage. Yosef and Winona, you are going to each only take 1 level of superficial damage, but you will increase your rage. And as you move through this portal that Chester has created, it's that same feeling that you all felt going through the portal for the first time with Fox. It's almost like half falling asleep. It feels like this strange sensation between awake and dreaming. But this time, it is not a spirit that has made the passage for you, it is another Garu. And you can feel, and it feels like little spider bites all along your arms and the back of your neck and your face. As you move through, it's uncomfortable. It's painful. as you move through and find yourself at a rest on the other side. And much like when you all were brought here, you can see the other side of the veil as it closes behind you here. You can see the people moving around. You see Herb standing on his porch with his arms crossed, though it's just kind of the hazy, vague outline of him. And you see the monstrously huge loon sitting in the nest in the center of this clearing. She turns her head to you. Do you need something? Why have you come across?
We've come in search of the old wolf.
Ah, so that I can migrate again.
Yeah.
Indeed?
I hope you
We're
find
really
him.
for-
I can't
looking
remember
for
the
Maddox.
last. My boy. Why are you looking for him?
That was your boy. He was the last one that we saw with the old wolf coming into the Umbra here.
Yes. His father Steelclaw sent me here.
That explains a lot.
Told me to wait until Bites the Hand would call. But he asked me to come.
Do you know where they went?
Yes. That way. Over the mountain, through the forest, under the sea. And then back up to the top.
Pretty daunting journey.
Yes. Could probably find a better way.
They made it through. It was Maddox still boy when they traveled, or did he become Garu?
Was a human boy. Why I liked him so much. I don't get to see them often, and they don't get to see me. I wanted to play with him, but I thought I might crush him. And the thought of that gave me joy, and that was scary.
Oh, you did not touch him.
The Sept of Vernal Birth.
Yes.
The cairn at Celestia. You must climb the mountain. It is above the clouds. It is where the upper Celestines fly.
Then climb we must.
Wish I could give you wings. Can't though.
In good on ground, not in sky.
Could make deal with a flying spirit though. Might help you get up there.
Plenty of birds in this pack already.
That is true.
You're a funny looking bird snared by lightning.
I am not bird. We must go.
Lun, before we go, this mountain, the one that we need to travel up. I had a vision recently. This mountain wouldn't happen to be sick, would it?
Don't know. Haven't left this cairn in many years.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Lun.
Farewell. Find joy. Please?
We'll try.
Please.
Oh, we'll try.
Find joy.
We will find joy. And then you will fly again.
Yes.
Alila will sort of nod, and then she will turn to look across the Umbra and the way that they're going. And she'll start to move, just very carefully.
I will say
Yeah.
that you all notice, without any roll, as Chester walks through this space, he leaves behind sterling, glowing, silvery moonlight footprints behind him.
And none of us are.
No.
Chester.
What?
Your feet.
Oh,
And
think
The
of it as
dove.
a way to.
the dove flies and lands on your shoulder and kind of nuzzles into your neck, Chester, as you're speaking.
Yes. Aeolus, would you like to help out in any way?
I am helping as much as I can. The gift,
Right.
the gift of your silver footsteps that I gave you is as much as I can do to help right now. But if you ask me, I will fly and I will be your eyes above. But you must offer me a question to contemplate. This is our arrangement.
I posed the question to my packmates just now. And as it stands, as we are Garo, there is only one answer. But I pose the question to you, Aeolus, King of the Mist. No one that knows no time and knows no passing of time. What do you think other mortals would choose? The pain of today or the regrets of tomorrow? Which great people would choose one or the other? And why?
You have given me a question to contemplate.
And he flies off above, kind of hovering, waiting to kind of see which way that you all are going so that he can give you a view from above.
Sounds good. And I'll just turn over to the rest of them. When I did make this pact, not much of the gifts have really surfaced out of the Umbra. But now that we're in the Umbra, it's easy to follow my steps. So we won't get lost. So we can retrace it.
It's good to know. My only question is, and this is just thinking of the protection of the pack, can others potentially follow those two?
Potentially. They are spirits after all. And they don't need silvery footsteps to find us.
Can I do my namesake and read the sky while we're in here?
Sure. So you look up into the umbral skies. They shift. They can't decide what they're doing. It's like storms that should be thunderheads turn into blue what is it? Blue, like, what's the word? It's a shade of blue. It's like that ozone
Cerulean?
blue.
Cerulean?
Cerulean?
Yeah, it's that
Cerulean.
that ozone blue. It's like they change between these dark thunderheads, these cerulean blue cumulostratus clouds. And then they'll sink very low and very quickly become, deep purple, and you'll see veins of crimson lightning jetting through them. The sky can't make up its mind here. The Umbra, it's strange because you all remember it wasn't like this when Fox was your guide. It was different. But being in the Umbra without the direct patronage of an ancient spirit seems to have its downsides.
What does the sky look above Jester? The same?
It looks like the clouds want to stay further up in the sky away from him.
How far is he ahead of us?
Well, you're all kind of standing together in this clearing at the moment.
Chad, whatever you need from me and anybody else, I'm willing to put in the time to help you.
I appreciate it.
God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. We are in this together.
That we are, buddy.
And
Oh.
with the intimate knowledge that you are beginning now the steps to a journey which cannot be undone. As you walk towards the field of view of our dear viewer, what the viewer sees that none of the werewolves see is that behind all of them stand 6 spirits. You see that there's a large rat, a loon, an elk, Aeolus, king in the mists, somewhere deep in the forest behind them. 2 great green lupine eyes open in the dark. And that is where we will end this session of What Men Have Wrought, Episode 2, Echoes of an Oath. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you next time.